Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and today we are going to look into the next phase of our tutorial, that is to get started with application. And I know it might sound like it is a little early to start with application, but I mean that is how I learn coding. Basically just reading the documentation and all makes me a little bored. I don't know whether that's the right way or not, but anyways, I'm going to do it. So today we are going to look into the application called Lyrics app. This application, you can literally upload it to Play Store directly. So you don't have to do anything. Basically, I am literally showing you the tutorial on how to do it and upload it to your Play Store. So if you guys don't know, I have recently gotten my Google account the Google developers account. So I am going to literally upload apps like crazy in there. So I already uploaded one, if you guys don't know. Again, these are not like very serious applications, but why to waste the account, right? So I am going to upload this app the next. So before I upload, I thought, why not give you guys a tutorial on how to do it? And yes, you guys can replicate it the same exactly, but I don't care. This is for the tutorial. Okay, so let's start with what we have here. We are provided with two things. One is main activity Kotlin, and the other is activity underscore main.xml. So while this is getting loaded, I am going to quickly show you the API that I'll be using. The API that I'll be using it's from a site called lyrics.ovh, and this website consists of this search. Okay, so we are going to utilize that today. In search, what we are going to do is we are going to enter the artist, enter the song title, and then in response we will get the lyrics along with this. And also if there is any error, then it's going to show this. Okay, so pretty simple. So I don't think it's gonna be that complicated. Okay, so let's get back to this one. Okay, so main activity. Now, before I start with anything, before thinking of anything else, what we're gonna do is we are going to first add in the permission for internet, because obviously when you're calling an API, you do require the internet first. So without the internet, you're not going to be able to do anything. So we are going to add in user permission, and we are going to enter internet, and that's it. That is done for the internet permission. Okay. Next thing is what we're going to do is we're going to add the Gradle file for Retrofit here. So you can literally search directly, or you can add it in from this tutorial. So okay, so let me show you my website where I have already written the tutorial. So you guys can literally check the written form of my tutorials. Whatever tutorials I do, I will be writing an article on it, so you guys can have a look at it. Okay, so firstly what we're gonna do is we're going to add in this implementation. It is easy for me, hence I'm taking from my website. So once this is added, just sync. So for our API, basically we are going to use Retrofit. Now Volley also we can use, but that is kind of old, so we are going to use Retrofit. It's easy for me. It's more likely that I can understand this, so hence I am taking Retrofit. Now while this is getting downloaded, what we are going to do is we are going to set up activity underscore main. So I don't like to deal with constraint layouts. I'm going to add in a relative layout. Okay, and once that is done, we are going to add in edit text, and we are going to keep width to be match parent and height to be wrap content, and add an ID of let's say artist. Okay, and also we are going to replicate the same and add in song title. Okay, so things are pretty simple until and unless all of them are just adding up all together here. So what we are gonna do is, first of all, remove the hello world, and second of all, we are going to we're going to add below layout of artist. Okay, and that way it is showing one below the other. And the text view, we are going to add match parent and hide as match parent. So here we are going to show the view, and we are also going to add in, let's say, one more thing, because it should be below the song title, right? So we are going to add in layout below the song title. So that's done. Also, we are going to enable the scroll bars so that we can scroll. So okay, so it should be vertical, so you can scroll vertically. Now all that is done, but as you can see, everything is kind of stuck together. So we are going to add a margin here of, let's say, 10 dp. And yes, we also need a button to search. So this is going to be a search button, match parent, wrap content, and ID as search. ID as search. And again, this is going to be below song title. Yes, song title. And we are going to close that, or maybe add a margin as well here. So right, oh sorry, how did that come there? 10 dp, and yeah, that's it. So here we are going to add in search so that it comes below the search. Fine, so we have everything ready now. And also a search text, so we're going to add text, and we're going to add search. Yep, that's it. Now let's go back to let's go back here. Now if you have not seen my previous tutorials, I have shown you how we use Retrofit to call the APIs in Java. So that's exactly how we are going to call in Kotlin as well. We need two things. First is the interface. So in Kotlin we need interface as we create an interface in this way. So we have API interface. Now in API interface, we are going to add in this, right? And as you can see, this is get. So what we're going to do is we are going to keep this as base URL, and this we will add in as the API. So let's say get, okay, and we are going to add in the API. And after that, let's say in Java we use function. So here also we are going to use function, but function in Kotlin we use fun instead of returning void or anything. This is going to or just declaring as public or something like that. So this is just gonna be simple fun. Okay, and we are going to add a method called get lyrics data. So this is going to be the method, and we are going to substitute whatever is here with the parameter that's here. Okay, so let's say path. So path we use to replace what's there in the URL with this. So that's exactly what we're gonna do now. So we have artist here, and also import the path, and also make this a curly bracket because you require that to kind of replace it, right? Yeah, so once that is done, we are going to declare the type, or yes, the type of the variable. So we have, let's say, artist, right? So we are going to declare the type as string. Fine. So that is done for artist. Now next we are going to do the same thing exactly for title as well, to keep things simple, and then we are going to copy this and place it all over here. So we have the inputs, right? We have what's going to go on the request. Now we require a method for the response. So we use call in order to get the response, and this is the type basically. Okay, now type is not decided yet because we did not make the model of it. So let's say in the model, if you see, you have in the JSON, if you see, you have two keys. One is lyrics and the other is error, right? So that's exactly what we're going to do. We are going to create a model. So if you ask me like what is this model or anything like that, so basically it is just to take JSON and place that in the variables of that particular class. So let's say we have a class name called lyrics model. Okay, now we declare that as a class, and in here we are going to add in let's say where lyrics, right? And we are going to declare this type as string, and we are going to keep it optional, but yes, we need to declare null because in Kotlin you just cannot declare optional. You need to declare it's null or what, right? In Swift you don't have to declare, you just have to put an optional thing, right? So yeah, so and sorry, it's not called optional, it's called nullable in Kotlin, so I cannot get confused on that. Now next that we need is not only this, but we need something that will convert JSON into like this model and save the data of that particular key in this particular variable lyrics. Okay, so we have two variables, right? One is okay, let's declare this as well. Oh my gosh, literally. Right, and we're going to add in error, right? So we have these two variables, and that is exactly what this JSON is going to consist of, lyrics and variables. Now we need something that will convert the JSON into these variables. Okay, if that is simple to understand. So we are going to use something called serializable name, and this is what is going to help us convert this into and save it in this lyrics variable. Okay, variable. So let's take this, and we're going to add in the lyrics here. This is for this particular lyrics key, and we're going to do the same for error key. Fine. Now in unlike in Java, you have to declare everything. You have to declare the constructor, you have to declare the get and set and stuff like that, but here you don't need to do that. Okay, it's super simple. You just need to just call the variables. Like let's say we have model.lyrics, model.error, and it's going to show you that. Okay, okay, sorry, I missed Colin. Have to be very, very careful with that. So yeah, we are going to import it from Retrofit, right? Because call is from Retrofit, and we're going to use Retrofit for all our calls. So that is it. That is it for the API, right? In interface, we declare what is the API, what is the type, whether it's get or post, what is the method that will call this API, and what is this path that's going to replace the value, and stuff like that. Okay, so that's what happens in API interface. Now, next that we are going to do is we are going to map the data that we're going to get, right, and add it in here, right? Just let's say we have search, right? So you just need to do search, and it will automatically connect with the activity underscore main, the search and activity underscore main. So that is how easy it has become. You don't need to connect it in any way. It's like super simple. Oh, fine. So we need to import this search, and we are going to get set on click listener, right? And we are going to view dot. Oh, okay. So yes, hopefully this is the method. Okay. Yeah, so once that is done, what we are going to do is we are going to grab everything that's there, and we are going to what's in here, and we're going to then call the API, right? So let's say we are going to keep a check. So we have artist dot text. So again, it does not do get text, set text, it just calls text. Okay. Dot is empty, right? And or we have song title, right? Dot text dot is empty. So if either of them is empty, what we are going to do is we are going to show a toast, right? And then after that, we have something called application context. So instead of referring like main activity.this in Java, it just refers to this variable called application context. Once that is done, we are going to add in the content. So let's say artist or song title cannot be empty, right? And then after that, we are going to add in its length. So toast.length.short and .show. Fine. Okay, what am I missing? Toast.make text. Yep, that is it. That is what I was missing. Now, once that is done, we are going to call the API, right? Let's do this. So we have retrofit. Now retrofit is equal to retrofit, right? Retrofit dot builder. Oh my gosh. So we have retrofit builder. Now, once that is done, we are going to add in what is required for this builder to work. Okay, so first and foremost, we require a base URL, right? And base URL is not declared yet, so we are going to declare that. Now we have where let's say base URL. Oh, and also in Kotlin, you do not use underscore in naming conventions. You have to use like base after that. The first letter will be caps, like that. Okay, let's say base, instead of base underscore URL, it's going to be base capital letter U or O, right? Now this is the base URL, right? So we're going to add this base URL. Fine. Now here the base is going to be base URL. That's it. Next, we are going to add the converter that's going to help us to convert from JSON to its corresponding models, right? So add converter factory, and we are going to use JSON converter factory. Okay, and we're going to add in create. Fine. Once this is done, everything is I think these are the ones that is required. Then we're going to just add build. Okay, that is it for the builder. Now next we need to create a service. Okay, so we need to connect this with the API interface that we have just created. Fine. In order to do that, what you're going to do is we're going to use val, we're going to use service. Okay, and we are going to use retrofit variable that we just created, and we are going to use create method, and in that we are going to add in the API interface. Fine. We use this syntax to make it work. After that, we are going to add in the API call. Now to add in the API call, it's going to be super easy. We are going to do val call equal to service. Fine. And then we are going to add in the method that we just wrote in API interface. So as you can see, this is the builder, this is the connector, and this is where you add in the data. So artist, let's get the artist from the text field or the edit text. So let's say artist dot text. Oh, sorry. Artist dot text dot string. Okay, and we are going to add song title. So song title dot text dot string. Okay, and once these two are done, we are going to call the enqueue method, which we also face in Java. Okay, so we have object. Yeah, we are going to do the callback. So callback, again, in how it was in Java, you use callback. That's exactly how we are going to use here as well. We are going to add in the model. So yeah, so that is how it's going to work. Now it's saying something like implement methods. So we're going to implement both on failure and on response, right? So if the API is successful, great, you're gonna get it on response, and if it's not successful, you're gonna get it on failure. Fine. So right now we just need on response. So let's say we are going to set the lyrics in the lyrics. Wait, what's the ID here? Okay, it does not have an ID, so let's add in the ID. Okay, we are going to add in, let's say, lyrics. Okay, so we are going to add the text in the lyrics text view. So let's say lyrics text view dot text, and we are going to grab the data that's there in the response, right? We're gonna grab the body. Fine, and we're going to grab in the lyrics. We don't require the error. Fine. Now it is going to okay, unreachable. Okay, so we need to surround it with null check. Oh, okay. So I don't know, I thought this was a comment. Anyways, now that is out of the way, we have basically set up the whole application, right? So let's run and let's see what is happening. Okay, so it is running now. What we're gonna do is add in the artist. So let's say we have Taylor Swift, and then we have the song called Cardigan. We're going to search, and let's see what happens. Oh yeah, so as you can see, it is working, but the scrolling thing is not working even after we add it in that in here, right? Scroll bars vertical. So we need to add in one more line to make this thing work. Okay, so let's go back to the lyrics. Okay, and we are going to add in movement method. So movement method is what is going to help us to get the scrolling done. Oh. Okay, it is a method, so yeah, let's retry this again. Okay, so we are going to add in the artist again, Taylor Swift, Cardigan, right? We're going to do a search. Now we are going to wait for some time. Let's just, okay, so now as you can see, you can scroll, right? So yeah, so basically that is it for today. We just made an app. So again, you can just literally post this app to the App Store directly without even thinking twice. It is that easy. Okay, so that is it for today. Hope to see you in the next tutorial. I hope you guys learned a lot from this. It's very simple, yet you can literally make an app out of it. Okay, so yeah, thank you so much. Bye bye, take care.